Hey, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the NECA Alien Quarter Scale 40th Anniversary Big Chap figure. So as you can see, this is another version of the Big Chap in quarter scale from NECA, because I think this is their third version. Because I actually had the one from 2008, because this was actually the first NECA figure that I got, you know. This is the one I had from like 2008, like the box for it. And here it is right here. Now it's actually kind of damaged, but I still use it at times, but it was like kind of like damaged, you know. It got damaged. So yeah, this is the one from 2008. But NECA did make another one, I think, that was released, if I'm not mistaken, in 2015, but I could be wrong, you know, and I think that was the second quarter scale version that they did of the Big Chap, and that's what they call this particular alien, you know, they call it the Big Chap, or you can say xenomorph, you know. So I think this is the third time that NECA has done a quarter scale version of this figure, and of course, you know, it is based on the Ridley Scott film right here, which is Alien from 1979, one of my all-time favorite films too. This is the version that I have like on a 4K Blu-ray. And I also have the whole collection too, which contains the first 4 films, the anthology on Blu-ray. Now this is also celebrating like the 40th anniversary of Alien. That's why NECA did do this again, you know. So I'm definitely excited about picking this up, you know, and I'm amazed at how large like the box itself is. I think this is probably the largest like quarter scale figure that I have, you know. So I'm definitely excited about this, and I've been anticipating this, and this is one of my most anticipated figures of the year too, as well. So anyway, I'm going to get into this right now. Now, as usual, this was already surprisingly available, you know, like on the NECA like eBay store. You can call it the NECA store. That's how I was able to get it so early. Because as you can see, it's the box, you know, they signed it in from NECA. So yeah, this box is actually based on like the design of. Now I must admit, I'm not too big on like actually on the look of the box, you know, but it's actually based on like the design of the alien from like when Kenner had released like a figure back, I think in 1979. They had released like a figure based on alien on the xenomorph, and they had like a packaging that's very similar to this box right here, which you can see, you know. But I do think it's still cool, but I'm just still not too big like on like the look of it, like the one from 2008 that I had, and like the one I think from like 2015, which I did see. I don't have that one, you know. But I thought those box arts look a little more cooler. But I guess it's for like fans who probably had that first one way back then, you know, which wasn't a NECA figure, you know. But yeah, this is like the box art, as you can see. You can actually see the alien on the inside. It's massive too. You also can see that you had to put those stains, like those tube stains. I still don't know what those really called, but you can tell that you would still have to put those like on the back of the alien. Now it has like images of the figure on the side. It says like highly articulated arms to crush its victims. I think that's cool. And it says a fully adjustable tail too. And of course you see images of the xenomorph too as well. And it has alien right there. I like how it has NECA too right there in the blue letters. And it also has more images of it on the side. It says quarter scale posable action figure. And it also says authentically detailed retractable inner jaw, which is like the with the tongue in it right there. And of course you have images of the figure on the back too as well. It says as seen in the movie. Relive the exciting action of Alien with the creature itself. So I guess that was the stuff that was originally on like the Kenner tribute. I mean packaging. This is a tribute to that, you know. Now another thing I do notice that the box itself is actually like about 20 inches or 24 inches in length itself. It's a huge box. Like I said, I believe so far this is probably the largest quarter scale figure that I have from NECA, you know. Now this is how the xenomorph looks on the inside too. Get it closer. So as you can see, there's the idea of the alien on the inside, or the xenomorph. And like I said, it does have them again too. We had to attach to his back, because I was always hearing about how hard those were, you know, to put on. Okay. Okay, as you can see, here's the there's like a back piece that goes on like the xenomorph too, that upper part. And I still don't know what those are. Those really are called either, you know. And these right here are like the other two things, like the four things that you have to put on this the xenomorph's back too as well. Now of course, you know, this is the background. I probably won't be using this, like the diorama, because it's just a solid red, so I probably won't be using that at all. And as you can see, there's the NECA quarter scale alien big chap, and it's the 40th anniversary edition. Now what I actually have to do is actually put these things like on his back, so I'm going to show that. I was already trying to do it, like it's still kind of difficult to put them on, because I even recall that, you know. These right here, and I still don't know these actually are called either. And you actually you just line them up. See how that has like a shape to it? So you will line up with the shape that looks just like that, which is this one right here, I believe. If you look closely on the xenomorph's back, you can see that it has that kind of like a shape right there. Then you would just put it on, you know. And each one of them has like different like shapes, you know, like different like shapes that fit the different like squares that are on his back, you know. And of course, you know, this one right here will actually go up here at the top, the very top, but I'll probably save that one for last. But if you actually look closely, all these have like different shapes, which I'm sure a lot of everybody knew, you know, they had like, if you ever had like the quarter scale xenomorph, you can tell that these have different, all the squares are the same, they have like jagged edges and stuff for each you know, spot that you put them on. I don't know what you can call that. So as you can see, there's the alien or the xenomorph, like I got the tubes on. Now, they seem pretty easy, but as usual, like I was hearing from a lot of people with the previous figure, this particular tube right here, I guess you could say if you go clockwise, which is like 1 o'clock, this one right here, the 1 o'clock one, it did have like trouble going on. I had to actually use like a hair dryer to actually put it on, but the other ones went on pretty good, you know. Okay. So as you can see, here's the completed quarter scale big chap figure from NECA, you know, and this is the 40th anniversary edition. So I put the tubes on. Now I do notice that the Kaiser stand that I do have for like they had trouble, unless you find like the perfect spot to actually hook it on. Like he actually sit on it pretty good, you know. But it does, like he surprisingly does stand, you know, without the Kaiser stand. But I would still use this for it though, you know. I wouldn't dare like, you know, like leave it like, you know, just like on its own, you know, like that. I would actually put it on the Kaiser stand just to be safe, you know. But yeah, I guess what I do is talk about the articulation of this figure, and it is massive. As you can see how huge it is. It's like half the size like of my body. As you can see, you know, it's like half the size of me, you know. But yeah, what I do is as you can see well, I talk about the detail too. Now the detail in this is just beautiful. It's kind of similar to like the other one, you know, but I like how like this how you can see the skull real good inside in the xenomorph with the big chap, you know. Now I used to be kind of against that you could see it so good, you can even see the eyes almost, because you know you didn't really see it that good in the film, you know. But I'm okay with it now, you know. But I do believe that the detail on this right here, the head, is actually beautiful. I think that's awesome. And of course, you know, this is H.R. Geiger's design, you know, that this is based on. So I think it's just cool, you know. The alien even has like the tongue too as well. I'm not sure how far it goes out, so I'll probably just like leave it right there, you know. And of course, you know, you can push it back in or leave it out. I do notice that this appears to be kind of different too, like the actual, the painting around like the jaws and stuff. It looks like it got darker, you know. 'Cause I think like the previous version had like this look to it, where it looked like it was kind of like almost like saliva, like drool. It had this like clear, like transparent look, you know. And of course, like you got the body itself and everything. It looks good. I think the painting is well done. Of course, you can turn the hands too. I noticed the fingers don't bend, but the hand can be turned. I think it can kind of bend back too, because you can see like this part right here and here where like it can probably bend back. I'm kind of, you know, scared about it, you know, so I just leave it there. The arm can be folded up, so it has articulation. It does still seem to be kind of tight from my opinion, but I'm okay with it though. Even this hand can be turned too as well, as you can see. It also can be bent up too. I do notice that the fingers, cause like I saw the previous version, I guess I probably was wrong, but I noticed the fingers don't move though, they don't bend. And of course the head can kind of turn, to the side and so on. You also can aim it down, or like even aim it up too, like that, I do notice that it does bend. I'm kind of nervous doing that though, You can see it kind of, the arms can be bent up like that. Still kind of nervous doing that. As you can see, they do like bend up like that. That's awesome, Of course, you got the tail over here too as well. And as usual, it's a bendable tail too, which I always thought was cool with these. So you see how long that is, the tail itself. I guess I'll go and even measure that too real quick, if I can. Yeah, the tail is about 22 inches in length. Oh yeah, another thing too, I forgot. With the entire head, it looks like the alien is about it looks like it's about 25 inches of length. Now that's just with the head. If I raise the arm up, yeah, it's actually about 26. If you actually raise the arm up with the alien, it's about 26 inches in length. So it's actually about 26 if you actually go all the way up to like the hand, with the hand up. Now I do notice that the legs, it has like that ratcheting sound in it, so I don't probably bother that too much, but they do kind of bend, even that one bends up, as you can see. So you kind of like bend them like that, and that's that kind of a pose. I see the knee even has like arc in it too. So yeah, the knees actually bend pretty good too. Surprising. I think they can. So you can't get them like in poses like that. If you got them standing, I think that's kind of cool. Another thing too, which is different from the one that I have from 2008, but I think this was on the previous one. The feet actually have like a, you can see you can bend like the toes and stuff. So I think that's kind of cool. Of course, you can turn them too as well. They even have like a tilt. Then they call that pivot, ankle pivot. And even this foot does too. It has like that little bend right there. You can kind of bend it up, not too much, but it does go up and then down. And you can like twist it, Yeah, that's kind of cool. I noticed you can't really turn the waist that well. It's kind of stiff like. So, and I didn't want to bother too much, because that's actually where mine is kind of damaged at. On the 2008 version, it's actually damaged right there in that position. But yeah, I think this is an awesome figure, especially if you actually are showcasing it or like for display. I would definitely recommend getting this, And it does actually, but I would definitely recommend like getting like a Kaiser, But it does appear to stand too as well. But I wouldn't dare, nothing against, like NECA or anything, but I would prefer like having like a Kaiser stand, just like to support it a little better, just to be safer, And again, this is the 2008 version that I had. This is actually the first NECA figure that I had got. As you can see, it's they're about the same in height, but I think this one is actually a little taller. but not too much, you know. I do believe this one was actually better too, this new one too as well. The articulation and so on, especially like around the feet area, you know. But I always thought this was pretty cool. When I actually first got it, I thought it was, but now it's kind of like dated, you know. And yeah, it's also kind of damaged. I wish sure what's wrong with it, but you know. Alright. Another thing I want to touch on too is I do notice that there's like a tilt in mine. I don't know if that's gonna be in everybody's on. I try to straighten up, you kind of like, you know, it'll tilt to the side like that. But I'm okay with it, you know. I don't know if that's actually normal. It could because he's getting loose now too. So it could be what it is too. But I do notice that it has like a tilt where it tilts like that. But it's okay though. I'm okay with it. Okay, so there's the NECA Alien quarter scale 40th anniversary big chap figure. I would definitely recommend picking this figure up, you know. Now I can't really compare it to like the previous version, which I think was released in 2015, because I didn't have that one, but I did have the one released in 2008. Now it is a much superior figure for my opinion than that particular version, but this figure right here I would definitely recommend it. Now there are a couple of things I guess I would kind of complain about, being that I am kind of against like these two things. I wish like eventually one day, if it's like NECA or another company, you know, I wish they could actually put like those already on the aliens so we won't have to attach them, you know. I wish they could just already have them on there, you know, and they just put it in the box, you know. I wish we didn't have to put them on there, you know. It's kind of a hassle, but it's okay. I don't have no problem with it. I mean, but I would prefer if they could just throw the alien together, you know, already together, and it's already like in the box itself, you know. You want to put those two things. I still don't know what those called either, on the back of the xenomorph, you know. But that does seem to be pretty cool, you know, good, you know. I am happy that it does appear to stand on its own, but I would still use a Kaiser stand. And I do notice that this particular figure, I might, if Kaiser stands have like larger stands, I might have to get like a larger Kaiser stand than the one that I do have right here, you know. I might need a larger one, you know, or maybe two in the end, you know, I'm not too sure, you know, but it does like support it, you know. But I think this is an awesome figure, and this is probably one of my favorite figures of this year, 2019. I'll definitely recommend it, and again, this is based on the original Ridley Scott film Alien, you know, from 1979, which I have right here on 4K, you know. One of my all-time favorite films, you know, is based on that film, you know. Now, and they also have like a 7-scale version of this figure coming out too, like I don't know when they're going to release it. It's supposed to be this year, but I won't be surprised if it's like sometime like next year, you know. I'm definitely going to be picking that one up too as well, you know. But anyway, this is the NECA Alien quarter scale 40th anniversary big chap, you know. Please leave a comment. I would recommend this and subscribe to as well. In space, no one can hear you scream.